Boxing truth here. Anthony Joshua's got to be feeling some type of way. He's got cruiserweights calling him out. He's got supposedly retired light heavyweights calling him out. He's got to be feeling disrespected. I mean, these guys obviously see chinks in his armor. They see some vulnerabilities. Because if he was a prime Mike Tyson, I don't think none of these cats would even be consider making a jump up and challenging the heavyweight champion of the world. If Joshua was a prime Mike Tyson, but he's not. But he is the considered man in the division, the considered best heavyweight. And Andre Ward, in interviews with Fight Hype, pretty much revealed how he will beat Anthony Joshua based on his sparring sessions with cruiserweights and heavyweights in his career. He pretty much likes to outlast the bigger fighters, likes to weather the storm, take them to the deep waters, and drown the heavyweights, as the strength and power is something that you have to be careful with in the first quarter of a fight with a heavyweight, and then eventually they slow down, and their power and strength is just nowhere near what it was when they were fresh and strong. They can be as weak as anybody when a heavyweight can be as weak as anybody when they're fatigued and tired. And that's where you got them. You can drown them. And that's how Andre Ward plans on beating Anthony Joshua. He's only retired for one reason, and that's because he didn't want to fight Dmitry Bivol, offer Beterbiev, or a third fight with Kovalev for less than $2 million. When athletes get they get big-headed when they make a certain type of money. Look at Floyd, who only wants 9 figures if he ever comes back to perform again. Ward was used to making $5-6 million in those Kovalev fights, but then Rock Nation said, "Yo, bro, we ain't overpaying you no more. We ain't getting no return on our investment." And Andre Ward had no options. The Tony Bellew fight went nowhere. Bellew went on to fight Hay for the rematch, so Ward was left with pretty much no options. Either make mandatory defenses against dangerous light heavyweight contenders for not the type of money he wanted, nowhere near the type of purses he got for the Kovalev fights. So he made the obvious decision to retire, bulk up to 200 pounds, flirt with a heavyweight comeback, or a supposed second role in the new movie Creed. But I can envision Andre Ward coming back, especially if he gets the type of figure that he wants to fight Anthony Joshua, which is about $15 million. He won't fight Alexander Usyk, but he'll fight Anthony Joshua. And I get it. Joshua is the payday, the considered man in the heavyweight division, and Ward will get the attention of the boxing world if he was actually to come out of retirement and challenge Anthony Joshua. But that's how he thinks he can beat him. He thinks he can outlast him. He can drown him. And it's not very far-fetched that Andre Ward could actually do that. I mean, Joshua's gas tank is definitely a weakness. He definitely gasses out in fights, but he's shown that he's been able to recover at least on one occasion against Vladimir Klitschko, though he was just one hard shot away from getting knocked out, and Klitschko was unable to pull the trigger in that instance. But it's a fight that I don't think Ward would be afraid of taking. Virgil obviously has stated he's not afraid of taking that fight, not afraid of advising Ward of taking that fight. Doesn't view as the heavyweight division as a division with fighters that are very skilled. They're very big and strong, which makes them dangerous, but they're not the most skilled fighters in the world. They're just big ass, most of them are big ass bombs. I don't really have much respect for the heavyweight division. Even when I was a former amateur fighter myself, I used to call out heavyweights to spar. I used to beat them up in the gym, treat them like heavy bags, because they were just big ass bitches to me. But I was sparring green heavyweights with less than 10 amateur fights. Andre Ward's attempting to challenge, at least flirting with attempting to challenge the heavyweight champion of the world. It would be an interesting fight. I wouldn't count Ward completely out. But if you can get dropped by Kovalev, then you can definitely potentially get knocked out by Anthony Joshua. That's the dangerous part of fighting a heavyweight. You gotta be wary of the strength and power in the first 4 rounds. But then you can feel them to start weakening in that ring, and that's when you know when you got them, because usually lighter fighters have superior gas tanks, and that's one of Ward's great strengths in the ring. There's not many that can outlast him. There's not many that can match his fitness and endurance, and that's what he's banking on when he eventually makes his comeback in the heavyweight division. I see Ward coming back. There's just not a payday out there that's enticing enough for Ward to come to fight any of the light heavyweights out there, or even the cruiserweights, not even the winner. But maybe Ward will take a fight at heavyweight before eventually trying to challenge Anthony Joshua. And Joshua, he's going to have to accept these challenges, being disrespected. These guys think he's some chump, that these lighter weight fighters can just move up and trash a heavyweight. But he's going to have no choice if these guys are going to keep calling him out. He's going to have to answer the call to these challenges. He's the wanted man. Everybody wants a piece of Anthony Joshua, even supposedly retired light heavyweights. But he'll definitely have my attention if he was to go through with this endeavor. It'll be the biggest fight of his career, and it will be a crowning achievement if he was to somehow beat Anthony Joshua. But he's gonna have to do it in the UK. No Tony Weeks, dog. No Robert Byrd. No Las Vegas judges. There's gonna be a limit to the amount of low blows and headbutts that you're gonna be able to take for that prize fight. But if you do it, Ward, my hat's off to you. I actually think you have a shot in drowning Anthony Joshua. I know it sounds crazy, but I just don't have much respect for the heavyweight division. A lot of them are just big ass bombs. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.